Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my paper crafting YouTube channel. Today I am making a light up card using Easy Lights from Pear Blossom Press. I am playing with a die set from Trinity Stamps that when I very first saw it, I knew I had to make it light up, right? Because of this cute little lamp. We're going to make this card with some texture. We're going to do some reverse die cutting. It's going to be tons of fun. So here you can see the Easy Lights from Pear Blossom Press. This is a 3-pack. And then I also have my Pegboard Shelfie die set, and you can see it's a pegboard and you've got shelves and plants and words and a sign and a lamp to put on there, and that is what I'm going to light up today, and I'm going to fill it up with the other fun things from this die set. So first let's start with the pegboard itself. I'm going to die cut it from this super fun like seafoam green color. It's my fave, and you can see it just pokes those holes in there and cuts it to be perfect for a panel that fits on an A2 size card. I'm going to cut out the shelves from some super lightweight chipboard like product that I usually get on packaging. So I die cut those. They're kind of shiny on the surface and they're a little bit more sturdy and a little bit thicker than cardstock, so it's perfect for the shelf. This cute little die is the flower pots, and I'm bringing out a gel press print that I have in my stash. I don't know if you've ever made gel press prints, but when you make them, it's hard to stop. So I have a ton in my stash, so I decided to use them up. This is with a very matte paint, and so they look kind of concrete. I love it. All right, for my lamp, I actually die cut this 3 times, but I die cut one from the back of the paper so it would be reversed. And when I did that, I put down a sheet that is like adhesive backing for adhesive paper, and that helped it not get that imprint of the cutting plate on it. These are all the dies for the plants. I am going to use another gel press print because when I was searching through all my prints for the pots, I decided, you know, let's use another one for the plants, and it gives it a little variation of color, and it's just really fun. Okay, then I'm going to cut out the words you and me, and this is supposed to be like a decoration for your shelf, so I decided to use this wood grain paper from Tim Holtz, and I thought that was a really fun touch, a little different texture for my card. And then we're going to make this cute little hanging sign, and this is going to play an important part in my light up card today. So next thing I want to do is kind of get my little lamps ready for being lit up, which means I'm going to add a little bit of vellum to the back of this to cover that opening in the lamp where the light is going to go. So I just have a really small piece of vellum, and I want just a little bit of glue so it doesn't ooze out, and then I can trim this so it fits the back of the lamp very easily with some scissors, and I'll do that to each of my 3 lamps, and they are going to be so cute lit up. They're just perfect, right? All right, so see the press here? This is the Pear Blossom Press stamp set for all things interactive and lights. There's a rectangle die with this that you can use as a flap on the inside of your card, so a person can open that flap and change out the battery in their light. I've got to play with that. I've got to figure that out. I didn't on today's card, but I really want to figure that part out because I think it's really cool. You could even send an extra battery with your card. Okay, so next I am laying things out and getting a feel for where I want everything to go. And my idea was that the light would be able to go through the hole in the pegboard, and I wouldn't have to like pierce a hole into the card to attach my light. If you haven't used the Easy Lights before or any of the lights from Pear Blossom Press, I'll show you exactly how I'm going to put it together, and you'll see why they're called Easy Lights. They're really, truly easy. Okay, so now that I figured that out, where I want everything to go, it's time to just start gluing and putting things in place. But before I glued the lamp down, I decided to take a yellow Copic marker and color that vellum in just to give it a little bit more of a diffused actual light look, and then I'll glue that in place so that that yellow vellum is going to be over one of the holes in the pegboard. And the arms of this lamp are really thin, so if you have to kind of like bend it, so to speak, a little bit, just a tiny bit, you can really do that. All right, so I did end up changing this out once I started gluing things down just a tiny bit, but you know, that's kind of how things go in card making. As you go, things change. So I adhered the words in place so that the light is going to light up those words. So it highlights the sentiment on the card. And then I knew I had lots of space for plants, so I decided to start putting my little leaves and greenery and plants into the pots and then glue those into place as well. It's kind of like playing interior designer or something. Okay, so I'll just continue building up these flowers or plants. I really like this one because it looks like it's hanging out of the pot and over the shelf. It adds a really fun touch to the look here. And I also feel like the textures and the variation of color in the gel press prints are really cool. If you would like more inspiration for gel press prints or see what it is, I actually have a playlist on my channel of gel press printmaking and projects with them. So I will link that in the description box below and you can check that out. It's probably time for me to make a new gel press video. I haven't done that in a while. Okay, so now I have these little strips of paper and these are going to be books that I add to my shelf. So just really simple little strips. I kind of roughed the edge up with my fingernail and then added some shadowing on the edge with my Copic markers. They're just easy to control and using that chisel tip that's flat made for easy work of this. And then I'm going to add a little something extra to make it look like these books have a binding once I get them lined up on the shelf. I tried not to set them down too perfectly. I pulled out my Essential gel pens from Pear Blossom Press. I love this pack. They work so well. They glide so easily. And there's white, silver, and gold. I used all three on these books. Okay, next I am taking some black paper and putting that around the hole where my light is going to go. And honestly, in hindsight, once this card was all done, I noticed that, oh, you could also use this circle die, I feel, to do this diffuser on this particular card. And we'll come back to the thing that I learned in just a second because we need to talk about the lights. So in the 3-pack, you're going to just snap one of the lights away from the others, insert the battery so that the plus symbols line up, and then check to make sure the lights light up. Now, normally you would poke holes where you want those lights to go, but I already have that. So now I am just figuring out where I want that button to go. You can see I want it to line up with my little sign that says press here. So I'm playing with that, and once I figure that out, then I'm going to go ahead and tape that into place. I'm just using regular old Scotch tape. So that's going to work great. The lights light up, and then you want to take that little tiny yellow square and put that face down almost into the hole that you create, and you can easily do this with a paper piercing tool. And like I said, this one, the holes were already there, so I didn't have to do it. So I'm taping those in place. They are LED lights. They won't get hot, so you can easily just put the light face down and cover it up with tape right where you want it to go. And then you are going to have all these wires that you just need to like move out of the way. Put them where they can't be seen and tape them down. So that's what I'm doing. They're quite flexible, so you don't have to worry about, doing anything special with them. Just tape them out of the way and you're good to go. Then we need some foam tape, and of course we're going to use the world's best foam tape from Pear Blossom Press. This was designed to be the perfect thickness to go with the battery pack, because you can't just stick this down onto the card because the battery pack has a thickness to it. So it needs to be raised up. So this world's best foam tape, you should also know, if you don't already, because I talk about it a lot, it is removable. So if you stick this down and you're like, oh shoot, that's not the right spot, darn it, you can peel it up for like up to 30 minutes, and then it's going to start to become permanent and will be permanent after 24 hours. So yeah, there's a lot to love about this, like the fact that the backing is super easy to remove. Yeah, it's the best, literally. All right, so I stuck that down, and now when I'm lining it up, and not even at this point I didn't realize it, but it's lighting up some of the other holes. So what a person could do is line the back of this with a solid sheet and poke a hole through that solid sheet instead of me putting those little squares in those spots. So that finishes up my card. I loved using the pegboard to light up those lamps, and I think this die set is really versatile too as far as what you would want to put on the shelves and really customize it with colors and whatnot. So great die set. I love the easy lights. I also have a playlist for more light up cards because I love to make them, especially with the Pear Blossom Press lights. They're easy to use. So check out those two playlists playlists in the description box below, as well as links to the products I used. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe because I have new paper crafting videos for you all the time. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Happy stamping. Bye.